Imagine a life where nothing external could shake your peace. The world around you may be chaotic. People criticize, unexpected challenges arise, and plans unravel. Yet, you remain untroubled, like a deep-rooted tree standing firm in a storm. Is this not what we all desire? A profound strength to face life's unpredictability without losing our inner calm. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy practiced by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, offers exactly that, a blueprint for building resilience and mastering your mind. By embracing its principles, you can cultivate an unshakable inner fortress. In this video, we will explore 8 powerful lessons from Stoicism that can help you act as if nothing bothers you, even in the face of life's greatest adversities. Stay with us as we dive deep into these timeless teachings, ending with a transformative insight that could redefine your perspective on peace and resilience. But first, let us uncover the most critical element of Stoic thought, taking ownership of your reactions. 1. Take ownership of your reactions, shaping your destiny. What if I told you that your greatest power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering your reactions to it? In Stoicism, the essence of strength is found in this truth. While you cannot dictate external events, you hold complete authority over your response to them. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, reminds us that it's not what happens to us, but how we interpret and react to those events that defines our peace of mind. Imagine encountering an unexpected obstacle, a sudden career setback, a relationship challenge, or even a personal failure. Your first instinct might be frustration, anger, or fear. Yet, Stoicism teaches that these emotions are not caused by the event itself, but by your judgment of it. Pause for a moment and reflect. How often have you let a single event ruin your day? Was it truly the event that caused your distress? Or was it your internal narrative, the meaning you assigned to it? Stoicism calls us to step back and question these narratives. Consider Marcus Aurelius, who led Rome through wars and plagues, yet kept his composure by reminding himself that external events are beyond his control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, he wrote in his meditations. Each moment of adversity presents a choice. Will you react impulsively, surrendering your peace, or will you respond thoughtfully, preserving your inner calm? This choice is your power, your freedom. But how do we practice this? Start by recognizing the gap between stimulus and response. When faced with criticism, for example, resist the urge to retaliate. Instead, ask yourself, is this within my control? Can I influence this situation through reasoned action? If not, let it go. In choosing a calm response, you reclaim your agency, shaping your experience rather than being shaped by it. By mastering your reactions, you become the author of your destiny. Every challenge transforms into an opportunity to grow in wisdom and resilience. As we move forward, let's explore how releasing attachment to what lies beyond our control can further liberate us from unnecessary suffering. 2. Detach from what you cannot control, freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. How much time do we spend worrying about things we cannot change? The opinions of others, the outcome of events, or the unpredictable turns of life? These are often beyond our control. Yet we let them dominate our thoughts and rob us of peace. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in letting go of our attachment to them. Epictetus draws a clear line between what is within our power and what is not. Our thoughts, choices, and actions belong to us. Everything else, public opinion, the weather, or even the actions of those closest to us, is outside our influence. Why then do we burden ourselves with the weight of things we cannot change? Consider this. You plan a perfect day, but it starts raining. Your initial reaction may be frustration or disappointment, but pause and reflect. Does your frustration stop the rain? Of course not. What you can control is your response. You can choose to enjoy the day despite the rain, or adjust your plans with grace. In doing so, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Let's take it further. How often do you find yourself seeking approval or fearing criticism? We sometimes adjust our actions to fit the expectations of others, hoping for validation. But in doing so, we hand over our peace to the ever-changing opinions of the crowd. Epictetus reminds us, if you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity. Be satisfied if you can live your life with authenticity. Imagine the freedom in detaching from the need for approval. Praise or blame no longer sways your inner state because you recognize that external opinions reflect others' perceptions, not your worth. Detachment allows you to act authentically, driven by your values rather than external validation. Detaching from what we cannot control also shields us from fear. Much of our anxiety comes from the endless what-ifs about the future. What if I fail? What if things don't go as planned? Stoicism invites us to confront these fears with calm realism. The future is uncertain, but by releasing our need to control outcomes, we can let go of the agony that accompanies such worries. Now, reflect on your own life. How much of your mental and emotional energy is consumed by things outside your control? What if you chose to release just one of these burdens today? This practice won't make life easier, but it will make you stronger, allowing you to embrace life as it unfolds, free from unnecessary suffering. If this insight resonates with you, I encourage you to reflect in the comments. What is one thing you've been holding on to that's outside your control? How might letting go of it bring you peace? And if this message of freedom and resilience inspires you, don't forget to like this video. Your engagement helps us share these Stoic teachings with others on their journey to inner calm. Next, we'll explore how Stoicism prepares us for life's adversities, helping us meet challenges not with fear, but with readiness. 3. Prepare for life's adversities. Embrace the power of readiness. What if you could face every challenge in life with calm, unshakable resilience? Stoicism teaches that we should expect adversity, not fear it. Life, after all, is a cycle of joy and hardship, and the wise do not shrink from this truth. Instead, they prepare their minds to meet difficulties with strength and clarity. Epictetus emphasized the importance of mental preparation. He advocated for a practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This involves visualizing potential challenges and setbacks, not to dwell on them with dread, but to cultivate a mindset of readiness. By imagining what could go wrong, we strip adversity of its power to surprise us. Consider this. How often do we let the unexpected shake us? A sudden job loss, a failed relationship, or a health issue can feel overwhelming if we are unprepared. But what if, instead of hoping that life will always go smoothly, we trained ourselves to anticipate its turbulence? In doing so, we transform potential fear into quiet confidence. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you are about to undertake a risky business venture. The Stoic would advise you to reflect on possible outcomes, including failure. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? How would I cope if things didn't go as planned? By confronting these possibilities in advance, you reduce their emotional impact. When challenges arise, they meet a prepared mind, not one paralyzed by shock or fear. This principle doesn't mean living with constant worry. On the contrary, preparation frees you from it. By acknowledging that adversity is a natural part of life, you build resilience. You learn to navigate difficulties without losing your peace. The storms may come, but you will have already anchored your ship. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of life's impermanence. Begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. His aim was not pessimism, but preparation. When these inevitable challenges appeared, he faced them with calm acceptance, already armed with the understanding that such encounters were part of the human experience. Now, think about your own life. What adversities could you foresee in your journey? How might you prepare mentally and emotionally for them? Preparation doesn't make challenges disappear, but it empowers you to handle them with grace. Stoicism offers a unique perspective. Adversity is not the enemy. It is a teacher. Each trial provides an opportunity to strengthen your character and deepen your wisdom. Imagine the freedom in meeting life's tests without fear, knowing that you are ready for whatever comes. In our next section, we'll explore another vital Stoic practice: building inner resilience. Like a tree rooted firmly in the earth, you too can cultivate a strength that weathers any storm. 4. Embrace inner resilience, rooted like a tree in the storm. Imagine yourself as a tree standing tall in the middle of a fierce storm. The wind howls, the rain lashes, and the branches sway wildly. Yet the trunk remains steady, and the roots hold firm, deeply embedded in the earth. This is the Stoic vision of resilience, a calm, unshakable core that endures life's tempests. Life will inevitably send storms our way: the loss of a loved one, professional failures, or personal setbacks. These events, like turbulent winds, test our ability to remain composed. The question is, when life's storms hit, do you bend and break, or do you stand firm? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the heart of Stoic resilience. It doesn't deny the existence of difficulties, but teaches us to face them with a steady and rooted mind. Resilience is not about pretending life's challenges don't exist. It's about refusing to let them disrupt your inner peace. How do we cultivate this resilience? First, we must accept that hardship is a part of life. Resisting or denying difficulties only amplifies our suffering. Instead, Stoicism invites us to embrace challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. Each hardship becomes a lesson, each setback a stepping stone toward greater fortitude. Consider your own experiences. Have you ever faced a situation that seemed unbearable at first, only to look back later and realize it made you stronger? This is the power of resilience in action. The more we train ourselves to remain grounded in the face of adversity, the more we see value in every trial. To act as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean you are indifferent to life's challenges. It means you've built an inner fortress so strong that external events, no matter how turbulent, cannot shake your foundation. Every storm you endure adds to this fortress, making you more resilient with each passing trial. Let's take a practical example. Imagine receiving harsh criticism at work. Your immediate reaction might be defensive or hurt. But a Stoic pauses and reflects. Is this criticism within my control? Can I use it to improve myself? If the feedback is unjust, it's the critic's perspective, not a reflection of your worth. Either way, you remain rooted, unmoved by fleeting opinions. This inner resilience not only protects your peace, but also enables you to act wisely in the face of adversity. When others panic, you stay calm. When challenges arise, you meet them with clarity and strength. You become a source of stability, both for yourself and those around you. So, how can you deepen your roots? Practice mindfulness and reflection. When difficulties arise, take a moment to center yourself. Remind yourself that this too shall pass, and your response is what matters most. Each time you do this, you nurture your inner resilience, drawing strength from within. Now, imagine the possibilities. What might you achieve if no external force could disturb your peace? How much more composed and effective could you be in your daily life? Reflect on these questions, and in our next section, we'll explore the power of positive influences in shaping your inner strength. The company you keep plays a crucial role in reinforcing your resilience and supporting your journey toward a calm, unshakable mind. 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. Strengthen your spirit. Take a moment to reflect on the people in your life. Do they uplift you, energize you, and challenge you to grow? Or do they drain your spirit, filling your days with negativity and doubt? The company we keep has a profound impact on our mindset and resilience. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of the influences around us, for they shape our inner world. Epictetus, a master of practical wisdom, advised his students to associate with those who inspire virtue and strength. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best, he said. Just as a healthy plant thrives in fertile soil with ample sunlight, your spirit flourishes when surrounded by positive and supportive individuals. Consider this. How often have you left a conversation feeling drained because it was filled with complaints or negativity? Contrast that with the times you felt invigorated after speaking with someone who radiates optimism and encouragement. The difference is clear. The first drags you down, the second lifts you up, strengthening your resolve. In Stoicism, this choice is not merely about seeking comfort, it's about fostering an environment that aligns with your values and supports your growth. True friends do more than provide companionship. They help you refine your character. They encourage you to act with integrity, patience, and wisdom. They offer honest feedback, not out of malice, but to help you stay on the path of virtue. Now, reflect on your own relationships. Who are the people in your life that challenge you to be your best? Are you prioritizing time with them? If not, what's holding you back? Building a strong network of positive influences requires conscious effort, but the rewards are immense. You create a circle of support that helps you weather life's storms with grace and strength. But what about those relationships that hinder your growth? Stoicism doesn't suggest cutting people off lightly, but it does advocate for setting boundaries. If someone consistently undermines your peace, it's not only acceptable but necessary to limit their influence over your life. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, we ought to check by a rigorous process of reflection what things and people we allow into our lives. In practical terms, this might mean spending more time with those who inspire resilience and less with those who perpetuate negativity. It could mean seeking mentors who embody the qualities you admire, or finding communities that share your commitment to growth and virtue. Imagine a life where every interaction supports your journey toward inner peace and resilience. How different would your days be if you were constantly surrounded by those who encourage your best self? This is not an idealistic dream, it's a choice you can make, starting today. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Who in your life has been a positive influence, and how have they helped you grow? If you find value in these teachings, don't forget to like this video. Your engagement helps spread these Stoic principles to others seeking wisdom and strength. Next, we'll explore another cornerstone of Stoic thought: living simply. By detaching from material excess, we can focus on what truly nourishes our spirit, freeing ourselves from the unnecessary burdens that weigh us down. 6. Live simply. Find freedom in simplicity. Have you ever noticed how often we chase material wealth, believing it will bring us lasting happiness? Yet, when we achieve our desires, a new car, a bigger house, or the latest gadget, the satisfaction is often fleeting. Stoicism challenges this endless pursuit, urging us to focus not on accumulating more, but on finding contentment with less. Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Living simply doesn't mean renouncing all comforts, but it does mean examining our attachments to them. Ask yourself, How much of your energy is spent maintaining things that don't truly fulfill you? How many of your worries stem from the fear of losing what you've accumulated? Consider the burden of excess. The more we own, the more we must protect, maintain, and upgrade. This cycle not only consumes our time and resources, but also distracts us from what truly matters: our inner peace, relationships, and personal growth. The Stoic path of simplicity offers a way out of this trap, freeing us to live with greater clarity and purpose. Living simply is not about deprivation, it's about liberation. When you no longer measure your worth by your possessions, you reclaim your freedom. Your happiness is no longer tied to external circumstances, but rooted in your character and virtues. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Imagine the lightness of a life unburdened by the constant pursuit of more. You would have the mental space to focus on what truly enriches you: meaningful experiences, personal development, and connections with others. You would also be better prepared for life's inevitable changes. For those who build their happiness on simplicity, financial setbacks or losses of luxury hold little power. They adapt, finding joy in what remains. Think about your own life. What are the things you cling to that may not truly serve you? Could letting go of some of these bring you greater peace? Simplifying doesn't mean giving up what you enjoy, but it does mean choosing wisely, keeping only what aligns with your values and enhances your life. Simplicity also deepens our connection to nature and ourselves. By stripping away the unnecessary, we learn to appreciate life's simple pleasures: a walk in the park, a quiet moment of reflection, or a heartfelt conversation. These moments, free from the distractions of excess, nourish our spirit and remind us of what it means to live fully. As we embrace simplicity, we align more closely with the core tenets of Stoicism: wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. Each of these virtues flourishes when we are not consumed by the endless desire for more. Instead, we find contentment in the present, grounded in the understanding that true wealth lies within. In our next section, we'll shift our focus to the invaluable treasure of genuine friendships, connections that enrich our lives far beyond the fleeting satisfaction of material success. 7. Value true friendships over material success. When the wealth fades and the accolades dim, what remains? Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly endures: the bonds of genuine friendship. Unlike material possessions, which can be lost or destroyed, true friendships offer a form of wealth that stands the test of time, providing support, joy, and strength through all of life's trials. Epictetus often spoke of the unique value of friendships, urging us to seek relationships that nurture virtue and resilience. Associate with those who will make a better man of you, he advised, emphasizing that true friends help us grow, offering both comfort and challenge. In Stoic thought, friendship is not merely about companionship, but about mutual improvement. Reflect on the friendships in your own life. Who are the people that lift you up, encourage your best qualities, and remain steadfast through both success and adversity? These are the connections that matter, the ones worth investing in. Unlike material pursuits, which often demand relentless effort without delivering lasting fulfillment, friendships bring rewards that deepen over time. But Stoicism also teaches us to approach friendships with wisdom and discernment. Marcus Aurelius warned against surrounding oneself with those who indulge in negativity or who fail to inspire virtue. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, he wrote, reminding us that our companions shape our character. If you surround yourself with those who embody kindness, resilience, and integrity, you are more likely to develop these traits yourself. True friends serve as mirrors, reflecting both our strengths and our areas for growth. They challenge us when we stray from our values, and celebrate our progress toward living a virtuous life. Imagine the strength you would gain if every relationship in your life reinforced your commitment to personal growth and inner peace. On the other hand, superficial relationships, those based on convenience, status, or mutual indulgence, offer little of lasting value. They may bring temporary pleasure or validation, but often leave us feeling empty when challenges arise. Stoicism urges us to prioritize depth over breadth, seeking fewer but more meaningful connections. Building and maintaining true friendships requires effort and intention. Like a garden, they must be nurtured with time, attention, and care. This might mean setting aside time for meaningful conversations, offering support during difficult moments, or simply sharing life's joys together. In return, these bonds provide a sense of belonging and a source of strength that no material wealth can match. Ask yourself, are you investing in the friendships that truly matter? Do your closest relationships help you become the person you aspire to be? If not, how might you begin to cultivate connections that align with your values? Imagine a life enriched by deep, supportive friendships. How much more resilient would you be in the face of adversity, knowing that you are not alone? This is the Stoic vision of true wealth, relationships that sustain and uplift, far surpassing the fleeting satisfaction of material success. Let us know in the comments, who in your life has been a source of strength and inspiration? Share how they've helped you on your journey, and if you found value in these reflections, don't forget to like this video. Your support helps us share Stoicism with those seeking wisdom and resilience. Next, we'll explore a foundational Stoic principle that ties together all we've discussed: the art of responding wisely to life's events. By mastering our reactions, we can truly shape our destiny and live with unwavering peace. 8. Take ownership of your reactions, shaping your destiny through inner control. What if you could face every event in life with the calm certainty that no external force could dictate your peace? This is the core of Stoic wisdom, recognizing that while we may not control what happens to us, we always control how we respond. It is this mastery over our reactions that shapes our destiny. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Events themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation and emotional response that give them power over us. This principle is liberating. It reminds us that true power resides not in altering the external world, but in governing our internal one. Consider a moment when you faced an unexpected setback, a harsh critique, a failed project, or even a personal loss. Did you allow frustration or despair to take hold, or did you pause, reflect, and choose a measured response? Stoicism teaches us to find that space between stimulus and reaction, to reclaim our power in moments where we might otherwise feel powerless. Marcus Aurelius, writing in the midst of war and plague, understood this well. "If you are distressed by anything external," he wrote, "the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Every event, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity to practice this inner control. Let's put this into practice. Imagine being stuck in traffic, an all too common source of frustration. The traffic itself is beyond your control, but your reaction to it is not. You could fume and let anger ruin your day, or you could accept the delay, perhaps using the time to reflect or listen to something uplifting. The situation remains the same, but your choice of reaction transforms the experience. This principle applies to more significant challenges as well. When faced with betrayal, loss, or injustice, our instinct may be to react with anger or sorrow. Stoicism invites us to pause and ask, what good will these emotions do? Can I approach this situation with calm and reason instead? By choosing thoughtful responses, we maintain our inner equilibrium, no matter the external circumstances. Owning your reactions is not about suppressing emotions, but about responding to them wisely. It's about understanding that your peace of mind is too valuable to be surrendered to fleeting events or the opinions of others. This is not an easy practice, but with each effort you grow stronger, more composed, and more in control of your destiny. Reflect on your life. How often do you allow external events to dictate your mood? What would change if you chose to master your responses instead? Imagine the freedom of living each day with the confidence that no event, no matter how disruptive, could disturb your inner calm. As we conclude this journey through Stoic wisdom, we invite you to take these principles into your daily life. Start small. When faced with a minor inconvenience, practice pausing and choosing your response. Over time, you'll find that even life's greatest challenges lose their power to unsettle you. If these insights resonate, share your thoughts in the comments below. What situations challenge your ability to remain composed, and how might you apply Stoic principles to overcome them? And if this journey toward inner strength has inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Together, we can bring the timeless teachings of Stoicism to those seeking peace and resilience. Thank you for joining us on this path of self-mastery. May your journey be one of growth, strength, and unshakable peace. Stay rooted, stay resilient, and may Stoicism guide you to a life of enduring tranquility.